Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaac Silubogo, and if you like, you can call me a person who is interested in law, who has a keen interest in the law. Now, the purpose of these recordings are to help you appreciate the components of the law. We'll try to understand the law, we'll try to appreciate the law, so regardless of whether or not you're a law student, you're welcome. We're going to have what they call a rendezvous with law. This is law in the process, so we're going to appreciate these components of the law. I would like to begin by quoting Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, who said that wanting to become a lawyer is divinely inspired. The idea behind this is that regardless of whether or not you're a lawyer or you're about to become a lawyer, you must have what they call some kind of inspiration to study law. So if you have the inspiration to study law, I want to assure you that you're in the right place. So I also appreciate the fact that these recordings are going to be extremely necessary for everyone, regardless of their academic categories, if you like. For example, we have professors, we'll have doctorate holders, we have master holders, we've got bachelor holders, regardless. And I would like to remember what one of my friends who say that actually philosophers, if you like, are mainly professors. So professors are philosophers, if you like. And then there are people who they call doctorate holders, whom in many people they call them what they call people who are actually custodians of the law. So doctorate holders can be interpreted to be custodians of the law. And then we've got what called master holders. And then master holders are in most cases referred to as generators of the knowledge. And then we've got my friends, the degree holders. Those in most cases are referred to as people who are a liability to knowledge. Now, I say that with a lot of respect, regardless of whether or not they're actually a liability to knowledge. And then we call what we call diploma holders. Diploma holders are those in most cases referred to as a loss to knowledge, unfortunately. And then they're called certificate holders, who in most cases are referred to as raw material. So regardless of where you fall, this is intended for you. As I said, it will help you to appreciate the components of the law, as it were. So you have to get ready. We're going to go through a number of episodes, if you like. We'll begin by appreciating, for example, those of you in law school, where you have to understand, we're doing LLB or Ligam Baccharis, where you understand that you're going to go through, for example, for the fundamentals of the law, contract 1, all those components up to second year, third year, fourth year. And so if you look at some of the apps that we have created, one of them, the popular one called the Sui Generis, which is going to help you to appreciate the components of the law. You can actually have it on your phone. You simply download it. Many of you probably have it. We'll put it on your phone. You look at it and you have a rendezvous with knowledge. So for example, in first year, you have to embrace yourself with things to do with introducing law, the fundamentals of criminal law, the law of contract, the principles of constitutional law. We'll begin looking at all these components one by one in our next episode. Don't forget things to do like legal methods, administrative law, criminal liability, law of contract 2, principles of constitutional law, as it were. And then we also look at other things. For example, if you look about second year, you need to look at things like the nature and the history of torts, administrative law, equity and trust, the law of evidence, foundations of land law. And then if you like, you also look at, you must also get ready to have this discussion in respect to do with for example, negligence and strict liability. And then you have to look at things to do with social research methods for those of you, depending on the university that you're attending, depending on your alma mater, if you like. And then look at things to do with family law 1. You look at things like law of evidence, and then things to do with the land transactions. So again, you must appreciate those components. We will have a good understanding of, for example, what jurisprudence is all about, family law 2, the law of sales and goods, what other institutions are referred to as mercantile law, if you like, and then things to do with the hire purchase, and then things to do with the conflict of law, principles of international law. All these components, as I said, I want us to appreciate then things to do with banking and negotiable instruments, international law and regional law, human rights, aspects to do with that. We need to appreciate those components again. So get ready, my friends, to do with also criminal procedure, environmental law, the law of business associations. All these components, we shall try to demystify them by the clips that we're going to share on our app called the Sui Generis app. And then things to do with, again, clinical legal education, the law of business association, revenue law and taxation, and some of these other electives, as it were. So get ready, my friends, to have a rendezvous with the law, as it were. With the law, as it were. Do not forget also, I will also try to appreciate components to do with international trade and business law, health law, health and the law, intellectual property, all those components, labor law, insurance law. So you have to get ready. All of these things are going to be resourceful to you. So, and also things to do with research, revenue and taxation, civil procedure. So if you went to our app, as I say, the Sui Generis app, which is basically research and getting acquainting yourself with the knowledge of the law, you will understand that criminology and penology, hire purchase, gender and the law, all these components, we shall find them there. Computer and the law, as it were, bankruptcy, forensic sciences and the law, stuff like that. So get ready, get ready. I'm excited because this is going to be the thing. This is going to be the thing. So get ready to have a rendezvous with the legal knowledge, as it were. God bless you and thank you for listening.